Kaizer Motaung Jr. has finally put a lot of you guys at ease by saying that Kaizer Chiefs are looking for a coach. And in what he said in that interview, I looked at it and I'm like, oh my God, something is not adding up here. Because if you listen at the words that are being used, you go, something is very suspicious. Starting with the fact that you remember that Kaizer Chiefs, they said there will be a new look technical team come end of the season. Well, at that time, back last year, they said that there will be a new coach, right? We get that. But the problem is the club under Johnson started winning 1-0, 2-0, 1-0 here, clean sheet there. You know, those 7 clean sheets that we're boasting about. And there was nothing from the club about how is the hunt going for the new coach. Because clearly the plan was to make Kevin Johnson the next coach. But then things started going south. They kept quiet. Things went even further south. And now they are forced to come out and speak. Now, the question that I have is the communication of Kaizer Chiefs is not transparent at all. And understandably so. You don't want to communicate and end up over-communicating to fans because not everyone is reasonable enough. So I get that. But at times, I feel like they are trying to play us in such a way that they make it seem like, oh no, we saw that Johnson was doing a good job and now we're keeping him. So to me, that makes me question their planning because as an institution this big, you should be planning like ahead of time, way ahead of time. The fact that Kaizer Motaung Jr. is talking about a short list in April. How are you still talking about a short list in April? Remember that Unzeg was fired back in, was it September, October? Beginning there. Like the man was fired so long ago. And you're telling me that Kaizer Chiefs are still looking at their short list. A short list, mate. Pella, if there's a short list, that means you're still saying, who is it going to be? We see Mangoba, very good. Hey, we see Nabi, we see Pizzo. Between these 3. Which means, Pella, then, hey, guys. It does not make sense that you lose a coach 6 months ago and you are still planning to replace a coach at this point in time. At this point in time, people were saying in a live stream that we should be having a coach who already is watching Chiefs and knows that in June 1st, he's landing in SA. His papers are sorted. He's ready to start working. But no, our team still has a short list. And the thing this is that it shows that Kaizer Chiefs are proactive. Wait, not proactive, are reactive. They don't start doing things and plan ahead of time, but they look at situations and react. That's exactly why our recruitment is so bad, because we don't plan for the future or we don't plan for a long term. We just think, oh no, we just lost to Blom. Now we need to find someone who's going to come in and be another defensive midfielder. And now we're just scanning the whole of South Africa trying to find a replacement. But if the team was like, you know what, we have Wuplom here, but he's the only one playing as 6. And there's a huge potential, so he might leave. So let's have a long-term replacement. Big teams will always have someone ready to replace the person who's currently the main man. Not that you lose one main man, your main man, and all of a sudden you're collapsing. And it's the same thing even now. We lost the coach, well, who was not doing anything in any case, and we just sat there and hoped Uguti, based on how Johnson does, then that's how we're going to make a decision. Instead of saying the decision is we want a new coach, we're going to look for a new coach. Let's not be swayed by the fact that Johnson might play well or he might not play well, which is exactly what happened. And because of that, now we're in this situation. And the other thing that is sort of semi-worrying to me is the fact that he then continued and said something along the lines of, we also have a team-based approach. Now, that's always worrying to me because, yes, I understand, Uguti, you want to have a technical team that when you sack that senior coach, you don't lose anyone so that you can basically allow continuity. But someone will say, this thing, Yoguti, to force continuity is the same reason why we're here. Because it's the same story we're sold when they hired Umlifinsege, they said, oh, he's been with the team, so he's good for continuity, blah, 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 blah. But imagine if we never just accepted that and we just said, you know what, this thing with Zwane did not work. His technical team got in players that have not worked, so that means everything that came with Zwane himself, his assistants, his head of technical, it just did not work. This project has failed. Done. You know what I'm saying? Just cancel everything and start afresh with people who are new. Land your force it continue and sometimes it doesn't work because there would be clashes. Bring Nazruddin Nabi and then you are saying, for example, I will also have a short list of coaches within South Africa that would like you, Mr. Nabi, to work with. What if Nabi doesn't want those people? Which, by the way, is the same thing that happened last year. I was like, no, I don't want to work with these people. I want to bring my own people. They were like, no, get these people or get out of here. And they was like, okay, I'm getting out of here. They did not really say that, but I'm just saying that the negotiations stalled and ended up going nowhere because Nabi wanted his people. Chiefs wanted to insert their own people into the negotiations. So to me, it's worrying to think about the fact that the club is looking for members of the technical team while the head of technical team, which would be the coach, has not been basically approached and they haven't had any negotiations with him. Because how it's the same thing that we've been saying with players. You can't go out and sign 7 players and then the coach has not even approved a single one of those players. Now you're also going to get him people to work with, because this is what happens. This is another problem that happens. You sign, let's just say for argument's sake, you get Uzwane, who's going to be an assistant coach. You get Matiba, who's going to be a goalkeeper coach. Ne? So you have those 2 men, and then you have Umtu as a fitness coach. Ne? And then the coach is bringing an analyst. He's bringing a fitness, not a fitness coach, a conditioning coach. So he's bringing those 2 people, and he brings an assistant coach. So he brings 3 people, and Chiefs has 3 people for him. You know what's happening? These 3, Matiba, let's say Matiba, Kune, and not Kune. Let's say it's Kune, Matiba, Zwane, and Muzi. If those 3, they're already a team on their own because they've been together. And Nazruddin is coming with his own team, who are also a team on their own. So now within this technical team, you have 2 teams, and that's division because these ones are also like, because we have that thing. It's in our nature. So I would rather Unabi says, I want this man to come and assist me. I've worked with this man as my goalkeeper coach. We understand each other. You understand what I'm saying? It's easy to work. You trust them. You don't have to. The season is starting. You're still teaching these people your ways. It's supposed to be, these people understand me. I've worked with them. Or I see that person. I like how they work. I think would make a good team. So Mina as a coach, I'm making a decision to get that man to come and assist me. Not to what you as a club are saying, hey, we've gotten you 3 additional members to your technical team. It doesn't work like that. It's going to create frustration. And I feel like these people have not learned from all of those mistakes. And because of that, we might just end up being in the same situation that we were in beginning of the season, of failing to get a coach because we tried to force a technical team down his throat. But what do you guys think? Do you think that Chiefs are planning and they're going to surprise us and bring us the best coach and the best technical team? Or maybe do you think there's a different approach to doing this? Do let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, remember, equals and pelumoy.